Good morning. Welcome to build day 12. Just getting the truck moved, getting the blow-ups turned on, and adding my surprise I mentioned last night. Sorry, itchy nose. No, I'm not going to pick it on camera. Today, the haunt takes a new turn. We're officially done with the maze, so we're going to head into the house. And we're going to start dragging stuff out and getting all the decorations out, display items out. We're going to start in the basement. I've got some stuff, a lot of stuff stored down there, so the bigger stuff that won't fit outside and we can't put up in the attic. So we're going to start getting that out and what have you. Getting it out here, and we're just going to put it in the set the boxes and stuff in their displays. We're not going to actually set anything up right off the bat. And breakfast of the day, I'm in a apple fritter mode. So donut of the day today is apple fritter instead of breakfast of the day. Your choice of drink and anything else you want to have with it. But right now, just one huge frickin' apple fritter, fresh and warm out of the fryer. Just sounds so damn good. But now we're got that all taken care of. Let's get out of the damn truck. And the new item that we added to the haunt today is the flags. We got them on their standards. Remember I showed you the mountain bracket. I got these at our festival we did back in July. No quarter and no mercy on that one. Flying freely. And then we got this one over here. Dead men tell no tales. And you're seeing it backwards. But they look kind of neat hanging up on the haunt. I was hoping they would. I've been looking forward to mounting these, putting these up. And we still got more stuff to put out here. But we got our flags. That's a start. Still gotta get the rule sign up and a couple other things. But anyway, that was our secret from last night, was those flags. We're gonna head into the house now, and we're gonna start dragging some stuff out. I don't know how much footage you're gonna get. You might get little snippets here and there. Who knows? Okay, we're downstairs getting ready to pull out some of the Halloween decorations. I've got a few things in here. The mirror there, the bushes, Jen's picture, which goes in the pirate display in an honored position. Jen from Jen's Haunt Smith sketched that for me. And then I got a few of the swords, which also go on the pirate display. Those will be going in at a later date. I'm not going to put them out this early. One, we don't know where the bushes are going to be going. We might cut them down and use them as bushes, or we might leave them as trees. We don't know yet. Wife and I are still debating. It depends on where we have holes. The mirror and the painting and the swords are going into displays that are not covered, so they're going to be moisture ridden. And I want to, even though we'll cover them up with tarp and stuff at night or on rain days, I don't want to risk them. Now over here on the other hand, is where we got a lot of our stuff. We've got the heads there. And I'm not sure if those are going Gypsy, Witch, Photo Hall, Clown Hall. Last year we had them in the Gypsy, so we might put them in the Gypsy. Get some lights on. I've got my leering skeleton, which I need to break down to take out. I've got two of my toxic barrels over there I need to get emptied out. We use them for storage in the off season, so I got to empty those out before we can put those out. I've got my third one over there by the freezer, needs to go out. Back here I've got skeletons and my bubbling tubes and my Iron Maiden. That all needs to go out. Underneath the stairs I've got that bookcase which goes in the Witch. That little table we've used in spots throughout the haunt, a table and some chests and what have you. I need to get all that stuff pulled out and stuff because that needs to go out. Then I've got these tubs here as well as, let's see, what else? Oh, the foggers, those are going to stay in here. I also have my light boxes, which need to go out. So I got to get all this stuff out, get it cleaned up, and get it sorted out so we can start carrying it out. So that's my job for now. Well, spent the last hour pulling everything out. I've got my three biggest light boxes here. Fred the skeleton laying down over there because the spines are all weak. I had to splice that a while back. My bubbling tubes, my water blaster skeletons, all my barrels, tables, chests, all of this has to go out in the haunt. And you can see why I didn't have room out in that little storage shed for all of it. But there's a lot of it in here. So the next chore, actually, before I can start taking any of this out, is I gotta get my drill and go out and take fence panels down, because I permanently attached all the fence panels. So I gotta take those down so we can actually get into the displays to put all this in. But nice thing is once we get all this done and out there, that leaves the only place on the property that still has Halloween stuff, and that's the attic. And I am not looking forward to that, so I don't know if that's a good thing or not, because there's probably twice as much stuff up there as there is down here. But anyway, here's load 1 ready to go out, and it's probably going to be several loads, but area 1. Well, we're done in the basement. Got everything moved out. Displays are looking a little bit fuller, especially the sewer room, her blacklight room. Most of the stuff that was downstairs was for this display. And then over here that was the only prop for this display downstairs. But we got things in. Need to get things set up. And then went around here, and I'm walking the maze backwards. Sorry, I am exhausted. My wife is exhausted. Displays are getting a little bit fuller. So we had pirate, witch, sewer, and gypsy downstairs. Oh, and torture. Now it's the attic is next. We gotta start getting stuff down out of there, and that's a chore in itself. Oh, forgot the light boxes. Those two and the big one down here, and these are not in their final resting areas. We just took them out here and put them in the display area that they belonged in. Anyway, now on to the attic. All right, just getting up into the attic. As you can see, I never took down all the put all the Christmas stuff away, so we've got that in the way. But I have that whole area there, and this whole area here packed up with Halloween. We got to bring it all down. Fun, fun, fun. Oh, we got Clifford the big red dog right there too. We got to get down. Okay, we got a nice huge hole up here. It's all down there. Still got all of that, and I think what we're going to do is the displays are getting kind of junky as it is. I'm going to hold off on for another day on this stuff. Just leave it up here, and we're going to go through with what stuff we have already down in the spare room down here, and what's already outside, and get those put together, put into place and everything, and get this room emptied out. And here, give me a second, I'll show you the room. Alright, this is just loose stuff, not the skeletons and not the stuff that was in tubs that we just took down out of the attic. Now a lot of this I need to start carrying out and putting in the haunt, which is going to be fun. Well, my wife and my daughter, my helper, just got done giving me a hand getting the little bedroom cleaned out. There's still a few things in there that we left because we weren't sure exactly where we were going to use them. But everything else we got brought out, and I thought I'd give you a quick walkthrough of the haunt, showing you the mess I've got. Some areas are worse than others. I gotta get into the photo hall and get these light boxes into position and hung up. And then I got that lamp there with the skull head on it into place. It's the only thing that's in the photo hall so far. The pictures are all up in the attic still. Then you get over into the pirate display, and it's a freaking disaster. I need to get the ship's wheel together, I need to get the bar together, and get things placed. And you get over here into the witch, and it's a total freaking disaster area. It's going to take a while to get this display put together. And then I've got to get the bubbling station put together with Fred and everything in there. And then there's a torture chamber. I got to get in here, get everything assembled and put into place. Then we get over here into the water room. And while some of this stuff sits in the ponds and stuff, I can at least get them into their place now. And then when I get ready to put the linings in, I can take them out, put the lining in, put them right back and stuff. So that's what's got to be done in here. Just a matter of shuffling things around. The barrel there with the pipe coming out of it's for my layering skeleton, which goes into this pond. It needs a platform made. I've got a couple of barrels in here that need platforms made once I figure out where they're going. Then we've got the gypsy display, which is a freaking total disaster area. And then the chain hall here really doesn't look all that bad. The entrance does not look all that bad. But then again, this stuff here all goes out on the entrance, needs to be mounted and what have you. I've got the cemetery that needs to get put together. I've got to get the mausoleum area put together. There's one or two things I left in the house which will be coming out here to go into that area. And then we're on to the spider display and back to the front porch. And I don't have any work in the spider display to do at all yet. All that stuff is still up in the attic. Thank God. I love the look of the spider display, but it's a bitch putting it together. But anyway, I'm going to get started out at the entrance, and I'm just going to start working my way through, and I'll give you some periodic updates showing you the different areas and stuff, you know, as I get them done. Hey guys, I just remembered Shay Emerald Gypsy Heart on yesterday's vlog asked a question about how I attach my fencing. She's made some new fencing and she's trying to figure out whether I'm using rebar or stake or what. And I'm using 3 different methods for doing all my fencing. First one are 2x2s. These are actually 5 foot long that I've driven into the ground, so about 4 feet show. And then all my fence panels have these little brackets on them that I've attached to them. And they're just a simple L bracket, and I just screw through the holes on those right into the 2x2. Okay, that's one way I do my fence panels if I'm, you know, in a garden or on the grass. The other way I do it is all my partition walls are made out of 2x2. And I just simply run screws through that same L bracket into the wall on one end. Now, being out here on the driveway, I have a third way I do it, and that's these mini pillars. All these are wood base, what was it, a piece of press board, I believe, cut flat, with 2 2x4s screwed onto it, and then I coated it with foam and carved the foam. And then I just do the same thing. I just screw through the L bracket right into the pillar. Makes a great way for connecting it, and you can move the fence panels and stuff around. These are not attached to the cement at all. As you can see here, it moves. So we did that. So Shay, I just remembered I told you I'd answer that in today's vlog, so hopefully that helps. Okay, I've been working out here on the entrance. And of course you've seen the little cat up there, you've seen the flag, you've seen that. Now I went and added these lights, and there's 2 of them. We got one there and one over there. And this year we decided to mix it up. We've got our buzzards out. Usually we have one on the top of each arch. Wife suggested putting them there like they're coming down to feed, because we're going to have a bowl of candy right there on the table. So we got that in. And then we got the haunted house sign up. A little decorative piece we bought down at Michael's years ago. Enter if you dare, another one. And we got a rule sign up for those interested. That's what we got for rules. Now, as far as the rest of the work out here, still need to get the queue line in, and we'll do that the day we open. I've got electrical to run for the arches and those lights and the buzzards yet. That's last week of the build. And we got to get the little table out here for the candy. We do that the day we open too. Next project is going to be the cemetery and George. I got to get him put together and get the cemetery done. Then I was supposed to move along over to the mausoleum. I had the wife come out. She was helping me try to figure out where to put a couple of things. And she started going off about the mausoleum. And, you know, how I had things placed. So we maneuvered it around. And for the time being, it's done. We decided to put Elder Watson's lid with his coffin. And I do kind of agree with that. It was bugging me too where I had it. And then Will Stanton's crypt was supposed to go over there in the corner. I think it's going to stay put. Or it's not going to go over there. It's going to stay right here. We're actually going to slide the tree back, and I'm going to put a skeleton with a shovel, I think, right there, and tie it to the tree, and then the wife's going to cobweb it up a little bit. I think that's what we're going to end up doing in there. At least that's the plans that we've had. I don't know. We might end up moving that over to that corner and just have the skelly with the shovel sitting there, or standing there. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm kind of undecided on that. But that's what we've gotten done so far. This is not a quick process, putting this stuff together, so I don't know how far through the hunt we're going to get today. We're going to be out here with the light, though. We're going to keep going, you know, get as much done as we can before I poop out all the way. Our next thing to put up, though, is going to be the cemetery. We got to get all the graves put together, get them into place, which should be semi-quick and easy. And then I got to figure out what I want to do with George. Wife is suggesting putting George there, which I do like the idea of having him there. For right now, he's very visible from the street. I'm afraid at night someone might come in and walk off with him. Well, I got my truck that blocks it, so they wouldn't really see him. I don't know. We're going to have to think about it. If all else fails, I can set George up there for during the day, and then at night just move him. He's not that heavy. So anyway, I am going to go sit down, finish my cigar, and we are going to get into the cemetery and get the grave set up. Okay, back out at the entrance. Daughter was just out here and did a cleanup, picked up some of the zip ties. Showed you all this last clip. What I didn't show you is we ended up hanging up some black plastic. I wanted to keep people from walking down the street and being able to look directly in. So we hung up one sheet. But we did get the graveyard totally set up, including George, our greeter, who will be hooked up to electricity. I gotta get a brick out to go on him, reminds me. And I should probably put his adapter down there with him too. But had George at the entrance for years, and he usually stands right by the coffin door. So this year, with no coffin door, I was having trouble trying to figure out where to put him. But like I said, I gotta get a brick to go on the back side of him. It kind of weighs him down in case it gets windy. I gotta get his power adapter out, and that's all of 2 seconds. I'm gonna do that as soon as I put the camera down. But cemetery for right now is complete. It still needs its electrical ran, its lighting, its hay, and the wife's got to get in here and do some cobweb work too. So other than that, she's pretty much good to go. Now over here, we've done some other changes. We moved the bush further back. I put one of the tombstones in over here because I did not have room for it over there. We moved the box over here, and that is animated. We put a color light on the inside of it, and the lid bounces up and down. And then we've got Elder Watson back there. The crypt in the back, that also is a monster in a crypt type thing. It will go off. We're going to have a Scooby-Doo board in here. Let's see. That's about it. Oh, and I put my all-seeing eye tombstone down here in the corner. That's as far as we've gotten out here so far. I still have a long way to go. As far as the spider room goes, I haven't gotten anything out of the attic for the spider display, so there's no work for me to do in here. I do have some of my clown stuff available, but I think I'm just going to leave it in the house. I'm going to get everything else done first, and then we'll come in here and do the clown. Because I'm going to be using the stuff I bought, plus some hodgepodge stuff that's buried in with some of the other stuff. Next stop or next project is the photo gallery or the photo hall. I've got 3 light boxes out. I need to get them up and into place. I know that one's going there. This one and this one are going in different spots. Oh, hey guys. I'm about ready to call it quits. I dang near ripped my finger off hanging those chains up to hold that thing on. It was my last one I did. You know how hard it is to hang something so it looks level when the walls are leaning and the ground is slanting? I had to redo that thing I don't know how many damn times. The last time I did it, I didn't realize the chain was hooked on my finger and took the screw out and dang near yanked me off the goddamn ladder. Figured when that's happening, it's time to call it quits, because that was just a stupid, careless mistake. But also got this one hung. And I showed you that earlier. Ain't nothing else in here but that for now. And I got this in. So I'm to the point now where I need to start on the pirate display, getting the ship's wheel put together, the bar scene put together, getting everything into its slot and niche and stuff. I think we're going to wait and do that tomorrow. I'll start fresh out here in the pirate display and get everything put together. So, as far as progress, we got the front of the haunt done, the cemetery, the mausoleum, and the photo hall done. As well as we got everything out of the basement, which I showed you earlier. And then we got half the attic cleaned out, which is all out here in the haunt. And the areas I got done, the only areas are clean. Most of them look like this display here, and it's a mess. So tomorrow, we'll get going on it, hopefully. With that, I'm going to say goodnight to y'all. Stay spooky and stay toxic. 1 day 12